I know it's been 2 weeks since my last upload, but I've got so much done on the boat that I'm really excited to show you. And at the end of this video, the girls get back and we're gonna unveil the transom extensions and show them, get their reaction for them seeing it for the first time in person. I've got a lot of other stuff that I'm gonna get done this week. Also, we're gonna remove the dinghy davits. We're going to go up the mast and do some inspecting up there. And I made some non-skid gel coat panels to put down on the transom extensions. I made a mold from the original non-skid on the boat, and I'm pretty excited about how it all came out, and I hope you guys really enjoy this video. There's a lot going on. Let's get right into it. I got my buddy Jaden over here, and he is ready to go. We got him in the bosun's chair, and got some lines connected, and he's done this before and I have not, so let's see how it goes. But we have some things to fix up there, obviously, so threw some tools in his bag, and we're gonna set him up to the top, see what's going on.
This is way easier. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, I see now. Yep, going through. Okay. Okay, you're free.
That line is not looking good right there, so for now we're going to cut it away and get some fresh line because it's only the last 2 feet or so, and we do have just enough to make that happen. Yep, that's fucked.
Got about 2 feet. Let's see what's going on here. Not necessarily.
All right, successful.
Very successful.
You made it back down alive. I call that a success.
I'd say so.
How is that wind vane attached? Like it's just sitting in there, tension.
Yeah. So it's really just long pole that sticks out with a little bit of resistance. Enough to where I had to use a little bit of force.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
it didn't look like it had a set screw or anything.
Yeah.
It was working, and we went out for a day. And then I went out for a sail, and it wasn't working anymore. And I'm like, no, the wind's coming from here, not from where it's saying. And then I finally figured out that it had twisted, and it's horizontal, which means that instead of the thing being on top and pointing to the wind, it was flat, and it was basically the windier it got, the more it kind of pointed up, but it wasn't obviously in the right direction. So yeah, maybe a bird landed on it or something and twisted it, but it's weird that it doesn't have some sort of locking mechanism or a set screw to hold it in place, just a resistance with a little tube kind of sticking into a mount. That's the piece of line that we cut off of the jib halyard, so that was completely frayed through the cover, but luckily we had enough length where we cut this off and just tie it back. It still had enough line to make it work. Well, all of that came off pretty easily. The bolts weren't rusted. We still sprayed them with a little bit of WD-40, but it was actually fairly straightforward. Now it's going to be a little more difficult. We're going to try to remove these giant dinghy davits. And we have no idea how much they weigh. Solid fiberglass, about a 1/2 inch thick. So it's going to be pretty heavy. So we're going to rig something up and tie a line to it, and then use the blocks from, well, the ones that used to be on there where you would lower the dinghy with. We'll use those and get that locked down somewhere nice and strong, so we can lower this thing down. I also have to access the bolts, which are really easy from the bottom. But that means that they are inside of here, and they have to be accessed through the engine compartment here, and it's a bit of a ways in, so it's going to be a bit of a stretch to try to get a wrench on that. I'll have to figure out if my arms are long enough to do that, and if not, figure out some sort of extension, maybe. Yeah, that's another option. All right, Jaden has volunteered to use his longer arms and reach those bolts. So I'm going to go down and try to unbolt the nuts. Actually a bit easier coming off than I was expecting, and got carbon fiber in there. But check this out, like the carbon fiber is not even, there's no resin in there, it's just cloth. Maybe further down it has some, and then it's got like possibly some honeycomb in there or some sort of, yeah. So it's a fiberglass carbon fiber combo. Probably only weighs about 100 pounds, maybe a little less, maybe 80, 90 pounds. Hard to say exactly because we're 2 people picking it up, and I don't have a scale or anything, and it doesn't really matter. But I think altogether with the bench seat and the stainless steel and all that stuff, we'll probably lose about 250 to 300 pounds off the back of the boat. And now we can just run a couple tubes to replace these out of like 2-inch 065 stainless tube. So we won't add much weight back. So overall we will be at least even, or if not a bit lighter than we were before. So for the top of the new Sugar Scoop extensions, I want to make them look as original as possible. So I'm going to try to make a mold of the original non-skid. And once I make that mold, then I can make parts, a real thin part that I can bond on top so it has that non-skid surface. I've seen some videos on this, and well, it looks like it works. And I'm gonna give it a go. So I got this surface all cleaned and then waxed, and then I sprayed some PVA on it, some polyvinyl alcohol, I think it is. Sprayed it on there, got a few coats from different directions to make sure that I get on all of the sides of those points of all the gel coat. And well, it's tacked up now. It seems like it is ready to start putting some gel coat down. So I'm gonna lay probably some thickened gel coat down on top of it, do a few layers of that till I can't see the diamonds anymore coming through, which means I have enough gel coat to fill all that. Then I'll cut a couple pieces of fiberglass mat and just lay that on there with some resin. And once that cures, then I can pull this mold off. Hopefully it comes off without sticking or without damaging the original gel coat. Only one way to find out is to give it a go. which means that it's all done setting up, and I'm gonna take it off. I can't wait to see how it looks. I'm pretty nervous because it kind of fought me all day. The weather came in, it got colder, it started raining, water was kind of splashing up here. I had to rush and like get a piece of plastic and put it over it and try to cover it up. Finally set up, and then I put the fiberglass layers down with the resin, and then it started raining again. It's just been a tough project, and I've never done this before. Working with the gel coat was different. I tried to thicken it up, and there were some lumps in there, so hopefully that didn't affect it at all. Tried to stir it for as long as I possibly could, and I thought all the lumps were out until I poured it down and then saw the lumps after. I think that was the Cabasil. So I started putting Cabasil in it to thicken it up, and then it seemed like it had lumps, so I stopped putting Cabasil and just put some micro balloons in there, which is like a really, really fine powder, but a different consistency also. It just flows into the resin or gel coat really well. So I put that in, thicken it up, and then I put more gel coat on top, unthickened to build it up, and then obviously the 2 layers of matte and resin and all that. And now it's time to see if it comes off. But I did use mold release, and then I used the PVA and the sprayer, did a bunch of layers of that. So man, I hope it comes off, because this doesn't look good here, and it would stay here if it gets stuck down. I'd have to figure out a way to fix it, and I don't want to do that. I just want to get this mold, make 4 pieces, and be able to bond them back onto the sugar scoop extensions and gel coat it all in and be done with this project. Let's see if it comes off. Yes. Well, I'll have to give you guys a better look at this tomorrow, but that is a nice reverse imprint of the original gel coat non-skid. It's dark and it's hard to see, but man, that looks really good. And it came off easy. Next step is going to be to clean this thing up, get all the PVA and everything off of it, and then reapply wax and PVA and all that, and make the actual part. Well, I've got this all cleaned up, and I've got it waxed. So put a few layers of wax on it, and then I just sprayed it with the PVA from a few different angles. And I guess the challenge here is to try to get a nice even layer, but not put too much, especially because this is the imprint of what's on the boat. So basically now this has all of those valleys, which are going to be the points on the non-skid. So if I put too much, it's probably going to fill that up, and then it'll be inconsistent and it won't have as much depth on the non-skid. So try to get enough on there so it'll actually come off of this mold, but also not put too much to where I'm filling up all those little cavities and then kind of defeating the entire purpose of the non-skid. We'll give it a go and see if it works out. nearly done with all of the fairing work. Just finishing it up, just kind of going over and getting any little pinholes or little deep scratches, gouges, whatever, getting those all filled in. And that means we're coming to the final stages. Next up is gel coat, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be the end of the transom project. So we're getting real close to that, but first I've got some other things to do, like install these swim handles. So I just got those leveled out over here, drilled the holes, and now I can fill those with a thickened epoxy. Those are small holes right now, but I'll drill them out bigger, fill them with the thickened epoxy. That way they're completely sealed off. And I'm also going to work on putting in this round hatch cover on the side here. So I'm measuring that out, and I'll just make a little block here, put a pencil on one side with a screw so I can spin it around and get a nice circle drawn for the size of the hole that I need. And then I can come back with a jigsaw, cut that hole out, clean up the edges, fiberglass the opening, sand that all down, and then same thing, I'll drill the holes for the hatch cover, drill them out bigger, fill them with the epoxy. A lot of steps, but it's the right way to do it, and that way I won't have any water getting into basically around the screws and causing issues later. So moving along, but everything is just really time consuming. So all of the fairing work is done.
Right. Yes,
ready for some gel coat.
Yeah, ready to apply first layer. See how it looks. Then we make a decision.
Adjust the color.
Adjust the color. Oh yeah, adjust the color, and then we'll go further. Take it from there.
Yep.
But we believe we have the right color. We are not sure.
We're close.
We're very close.
Yeah.
But let's hope we have the right color.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got the little test patch over here, and you know, it looks better in person.
Yes, as a dress. My goodness.
Yeah, there you go. Kind of get a better angle of it that sees closer to what we're seeing. But this also isn't polished. It's not even
it's
pure.
Not really polished.
It's just
don't forget, it's just something.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with that,
and then we will decide.
Yeah, exactly. We mixed up 2 gallons, and that's the gel coat that I used for the non-skid. So it'll at least be close. It won't just be that super bright white. Right. But until we get that first layer on and we can get it against the hull and actually see the difference, we'll have to
blend,
sand it down.
What we need
to adjust.
It.
Yeah, we have to add a little more yellow, a little more brown, a little more black, whatever we need to do. So we'll get this first coat on here, get it covered, and then everything is sealed off, and then as we go we can adjust the color for the outer layers. Yeah. All right, ready to do some rolling.
Hard work pays off. Let's go. All right.
great day for gel coating. It is now pouring. We're trying to keep the water off of this side so it doesn't get wet because that'll ruin the gel coat. So tarp is working pretty well. Little bits of splashes coming over here, just little sprinkles. And I've also got some rags stuffed in there to keep the water, because that's a drain. So any water that's getting up on that cockpit floor is going to the drain, as it should, and trying to drain out, but we don't want it coming down the side. So hopefully the rain will go away quickly and it won't get any of this fresh gel coat wet and damage it. Well, I think we're done for today. The rain is just non-stop and it's just too humid right now, and the risk of this getting wet if we put another coat of gel coat on is just too high. So we are going to leave it as is. I'm also looking at the color now so I know how to adjust it for tomorrow to do some next layers on top of it. And it looks a bit yellow right now, so I'm going to add some more of the straight white gel coat to it and see. It's pretty close, and I think it looks even farther off in the camera. I think it's a lot to do with, well, the blue tarps over here, but also the texture of the rolled on gel coat compared to the sanded down gel coat. But either way, the color is off. So I will try to tweak it a little bit tomorrow, and then we'll put on some more coats and hopefully just pull the tarp down on that side and get our first look at the boat with the new extensions on there, with the gel coat on there, and kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like when it's all done. It's really close to being done right now, and I'm really excited to see it because it's been a long time coming, and the tarps have been on pretty much the entire time, except for when I took them down on that side to get that line cut and get that shape, you know, cut out. But I haven't seen it with all of it done, and obviously now with a gel coat. So it's going to be, it's going to be really cool to see that tomorrow. Well, the girls just got back last night. It's time to finally show them what I've been up to for the last month and a half. So I'm gonna pull back the tarp and then go wake them up, bring them out here, and show them what 1.5 months of work looks like to create these new transom extensions. I'm excited as well to see it for the first time now that it has some gel coat on it, and we're gonna be able to pull the tarp out of the way and see it from the side. Obviously, I've been looking at it really close up and from the inside, but I want to see that line of the boat and how it comes down the back, and well, what it's going to look like overall now that it is now no longer 46 feet and it is now 49 feet. All right, are you girls ready to see what I've been working on for the last month and a half?
Man, we have been so excited watching all of your videos from California, and you have done so much work, so thank you so much.
You are welcome.
And yes, like, let's go see it.
Yeah.
Also, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning.
I know, you guys had a, they had a red-eye flight from LAX to Miami overnight, and then a layover in Miami, and then got here, and it's 4-hour time difference, and yeah, you guys are tired, but let's go check it out.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It looks so massive.
So much space that we can sit down and not slide off.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't wait to fish from the back there, just hang out on that area and yeah, catch some massive fish, bring them up right there on the deck, fillet them, rinse it down. That's gonna be awesome.
I feel like I should cover my eyes.
Well, I mean, it's so bright out here, you probably need to cover your eyes anyway.
Actually, the sun feels good. Oh my god.
It looks crazy,
so
right?
Good. It looks like it looks like it was done like that.
Yeah. Like it came like that from the
Yeah.
I love the angle that you did, like that little step.
That shape back there?
That shape, that looks really good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I really like the way it came out too. That line, it looks kind of like this fastback, the Longtail version of the Leopard 46. and it just looks fast. Like it looks really sleek, completely different than it did before, where it just kind of like dropped down. Now it's got that long sloping back there, and man, the amount of space that we gained is huge. Also, we increased the waterline a bit, so it should be faster, it should be more stable, it shouldn't do much hobby horsing, all good things. And we have that awesome platform as well.
Dude, this was so much work. Was it more than, like, do you feel like you bit off more than you could chew? Like, did it feel like it took longer than you expected?
It did take a bit longer than I expected. I was hoping to have all the gel coating done by the time you guys got back, but it's within a few days of what I was thinking, so it's not far off. And since I haven't done this before, and you know, getting all of the...
You did such a great job.
Thank you. Getting everything over here and tools, and you know, just trying to figure it all out as I went was
I know.
Was a challenge, but it was fun, and it was a lot of work.
Dude, we were impressed. Every single Saturday when we watched the videos, we just could not believe the amount of work that you got done. It was amazing.
It's been nonstop.
Yeah,
like
really.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day, and then sometimes inside the boat doing stuff after that. And
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And your beard's back.
I know, my beard's back. Well, you girls can go back inside into the air conditioning. Yes.
And it's hot out here.
Already hot. And it's early. Well, I'm gonna get back to work. We're gonna put the tarp back over here. Now that we saw the color of the gel coat needs to be adjusted slightly. It's like, it's a little bit too gray and a little bit too yellow. So we're actually just gonna add some more white into that mix that we did. And we did a couple little test samples, waiting for those to set up a little bit so we can get a better idea of it. When it's glossy and wet, it's really hard to tell. Give that another 5 minutes and get an idea of the direction to go for the next coat, and we can just adjust the color as we go. So these base layers will be underneath more layers. So this is kind of like the primer base, even though it's not a primer. We're gonna put probably 7 or 8 or maybe even more layers of gel coat before we sand it all down and polish it. So we'll just keep dialing that color in, and once we get this all figured out, then we'll move to the other side, move the steps over here so we can get up and down the boat from this side after it's all done, and then tackle that other side. So probably 3 or 4 more days and it'll be all done, and I can start putting on the deck hardware. And well, there's a lot of other things that I need to do after these are done. And I have a long list of stuff. So by no means is this project over. The sugar scoops are just about done now, but we have electronics going in. I have a solar arch. We have some replacement dinghy davits. I got to make that out of stainless tubes, so I'll be able to do some metal fabrication in the boatyard here. Lots more. So thank you guys again for watching, and we will see you next Saturday.